What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Minecraft Management Wanted build. And today we are actually doing something different. We're actually doing a remastered, if you would, well, so say. So we're taking the original FNAF 1 location, and we're adding a bit of pizzazz to it. And that's pretty much how this build was made to do. And I hope you guys are ready for it. And as you can see here, in honor of it, of course, being FNAF 1, I am, of course, Sparky the dog, which is really, really cool. It looks actually really good, considering Minecraft restrictions and everything. I even got the ears and the little dog collar. One problem with this, though, I can't see fucking shit. So we're going to take out the Sparky helmet, but we'll keep the rest of the suit on. So, welcome to my remastered Five Nights at Freddy's 1 build. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with this. And I took some inspiration from FNAF in Real Time on a couple things. And then I just tried to, I guess, sort of improve on the original location. So we're going to go on ahead and hop right in. So once again, we open the front doors. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the building layout. Of course. And yeah, this is the building layout. It's kind of cool. Someone just opened my door and closed it. And we actually got a bunch of lights. This is the lights for the hallway. So they all turn off with this light switch. This is the little welcome desk, welcome center, which is really, really nice. You got your retro laptop in here. Then, of course, over here, there's some gumball and vending machines, yada, yada, yada. And we walk out into the main area, the main dining hall, as you would say. So, pretty nice, pretty much the same layout as the original FNAF 1 location. Obviously, this thing is a bigger. A lot of FNAF maps make it more smaller and condensed. I like having a big opened area, and the lighting doesn't conflict with anything too much, so that's really nice. There's some dark areas, but we can touch this up a little bit before map download. And of course, here is the stage. And as always, I love the Faz-cade bricks as like different backgrounds, along with the clouds and everything else. And you're probably wondering, why isn't Freddy moving? This is actually a statue of Freddy, and we'll actually talk more about it when we go over to Pirates Cove. Also, ignore any background noise you might hear. I do apologize. They are currently putting a deadbolt on my brother's door. So yeah, that's something that they have to kind of get used to a little bit there, but it'll be fine. In fact, let's actually switch over, see if we can change some quality issues. You might have just heard my mic change differently, but it's okay. So yeah, this is based upon a future video idea that I'm planning on working on soon. But as you can see here, we've got the stage block in here. We've got the normal Faz-cade bricks and everything, and then of course we got the stage with the purple curtain. And as you can see, cameras are pretty much set up in the locations that they're supposed to be in, except for like any extra stuff that you see around here, which we'll get to. So you come in here, parts and service, yada yada yada. It's pretty nice, pretty solid. And you're probably wondering, what does this lever do? Well, this lever actually touches the office, and with the video idea that I have, this right here on a normal stall should open any closed doors, which I'll actually show that a little bit later. But of course, here are the lights, and for nighttime, it would be these lights that stay on. They're kind of just like normal extra like LED type lights. They're kind of just like the emergency exit ones, and you kind of just turn them off. They come through, and this is the normal lights. Everything turned off, and of course you turn these on, and there's more spread out throughout the entire pizzeria. This is just the nighttime setting and everything for night shift, so like you see stuff on the cameras, but I'm trying to think, but it's nothing that's too visible. It's nothing too light. So parts of the server's got some heads. You've got the endoskeleton here. I actually need to put a couple heads on here But yeah. Whoop. Oh, shit. I keep doing that. That's the one problem with that door. So obviously you guys are probably wondering, this is the arcade. Now, in the original Five Nights at Freddy's location, the arcade is normally placed around, like, any arcade machines or anything are normally placed around the kitchen area. However, there's so much arcade stuff in this mod that I feel like everything should have its own separate arcade area. Just so that kids can, like, go off and play and have their own private time, I guess, really, through here. So, you know, you've got all the arcade machines, you got some fucking skee-ball, you got, of course, the basketball. Who doesn't love basketball? You got the claw machines as well. And it's one of every arcade machine, along with Princess Quest and Fruity Maze. So, yeah. Of course, I got the Foxy little Foxy paper pal. Their paper pal spread out a little bit. You know, Freddy and Bonnie's over there, and I think Chica's over there with the clowns. So, yeah. So this right here is obviously Foxy, and once again, this is going to be based off of my future video idea. But Foxy is actually, he's right here. Foxy actually is here. He's just hidden away behind the curtain. So, yeah. And of course, let's take a good look at the dining hall now. As you can see, you know, I got some party hats. Got a little bit of trash on some of these. This is the clean one because this is mainly Foxy's. This is Foxy's private area, I guess you could say. So no kids are really over here because there's no Foxy the pirate. So yeah, it's just a few extra things right there. You know, you've also got a carousel right here, which we'll go into. I left the door open, that's funny. And of course, we have the fruit punch and lemonade clown, just because, you know, I mean, come on, how could you get rid of these two? Yeah, so we got the carousel. Got a few posters. There's another Foxy paper pal over here, and then we've got the kitchen. It's pretty big, open-ended kitchen area. You know, you got pizzas stored on the counters, ready to be delivered out. There's the camera for it as well. So it's pretty solid. And of course, we're gonna run in here. These are, of course, the bathrooms. They're just pretty basic bathrooms, you know. Still no sinks. I'm still waiting on those, you bitches. So yeah, that's just pretty much that little area. And then of course we've got a prize corner, this is what I took from FNAF not FNAF Mansion 1, of FNAF in real time. Just because, you know, it was something to always, you know, like, where are these kids' prizes going to go, especially with the arcade, you know? So it's just a little prize corner to where you'll have a worker just sitting through here, and yeah, it's pretty solid, pretty nice. So, who wants to go to the office? We take a nice little stroll down here. As you can see, there are two lights above each door. Obviously, these are the door lights. So we're in here, we're in the office. It's pretty cool, pretty chill. Behind us is, of course, the tablet, but obviously you have your normal monitor. This is the camera system. So, you know, you got one from the entrance, show stage, dining hall, and then, of course, you know, you got the parts and servers, Pirate Cove, you know, and you got the bathrooms, you know, West Hall. Oh, wait, no, this is East Hall. East Hall corner, West Hall corner, storage closet, which this is a nice little glimpse at it. I got some few papers in here. I probably should put some trash down there, honestly. Got the mop bucket, got the storage shelf. Then you've got the kitchen cam working. Always a great pleasure. And then this final camera, the safe room. This safe room is built on the extension right there next to the bathrooms. Nothing really much to go in there, but you can see it on the camera. I'm actually gonna move this a little bit. You got the yellow rabbit suit, and you've got broken arcade machines. So yeah, it's pretty cool, right? And of course, the lights are obviously these out here. They will light up the area. And of course, you know, you've got your lovely doors. So this is where I'm going to bring into everything. With the video idea that I have, this is connected to the doors. And if I am correct on coding it properly, whatever door is closed will be open. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the office is pretty basic. You know, you got the drawings, you got the celebrate poster, yada yada yada. It's nothing too bad. So yeah, this is my remastered Five Nights at Freddy's 1 map. You know, I do hope you guys, of course, enjoyed it. And for my video idea, obviously, I'll, you know, be changing some few things, but you guys will have to wait to see what that video idea will be about very soon, because I want to start filming it very soon. And yeah, that just about does it. So thank you everyone for all your support on all of my builds. And I will be continuing doing custom builds soon once more of the mod is updated. That also includes, you know, sister location, pizza sim. I know a few people actually asked about it. You know, and either you forgot to pay attention, or you didn't watch all the way through the video, and you're probably not even going to see this part. Sister location will be something I have to do whenever they update mods and everything, because there's no elevator system yet. There's no like big things to like distinguish that this is sister location. You know, they need different control panels. They need the shock. You need a lot of like controlled shock buttons. I'm pretty certain. You know, they have hand unit, but there's no controlled shock button. You know, it's just containers. You know, what the fuck are these containers? That's from sister location. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, but that's going to do it for this little video here. It's a little small build remaster, and next build remaster will be FNAF 2, but when I'll do that, I don't know. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!